Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm over here in Inazuma City, I believe I am, and I'm supposed to talk to this person who has lost their vision.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though?
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately!
Talk about rude.
Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
We're here to become disciples.
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us.
I didn't know about this, but okay.
But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being.
We can wait until he's recovered.
I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the Shrine Maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism.
Now, we already know that it's because he lost his vision. But then again, they could actually throw a curveball and really have him be possessed. Who knows?
So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
Oh, great. Now we have to set the time forward a bit. I'm going to stand over here just in case. So let's set it to 18. That's good enough. And thankfully it was kind of already close to that time period. I'm only standing right over here because I wanted to make sure Paimon wasn't going to start talking. Okay. Let's talk to Junya.
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago. And he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the Shrine Maidens managed to subdue him. So the exorcism can finally continue.
So we're probably gonna go find that guy that he mentioned, that Junya just mentioned, Anzai or Anza, however you say it.
The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Who's that? Some random nobody? What?
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism? We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them.
Well, that was random. But okay, sure. So this person is all the way over here.
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
Okay. Oh, they're just gonna lead us up. Okay. Still not here.
Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up.
Okay. Investigate this very fast. Fujiwara Toshiko, huh? Oh, she has an eye patch. That's an interesting touch. Oh, a treasure chest. Good thing I was kind of paying a little bit of attention to the environment.
Aha! Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta be him!
I wonder why he ran away.
How did you catch up with me so quickly? Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you?
I'm gonna guess Anzai.
And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister.
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day.
Yep.
Long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
Uh-huh.
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me.
I'm not surprised. Why did you run?
Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same sword master, studying Meikyo Shisui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Meikyo Shisui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best sword master barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyo Shisui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me.
For some reason, I thought that he was going to reveal something like he had cheated or whatever when he defeated him, something like that. But so far, it doesn't seem like that. It seems like Anzai was beaten fair and square, so...
Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade and his commitment to the art of the sword.
Huh, so it sounds like he challenged their sensei, and their sensei ended up dying because of it? That's kind of crappy.
So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Meikyo Shisui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
I don't think that's going to help anything, but okay.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Okay, then. To me, it sounds like he lost his ambition, and now regrets doing some of the things he did at one point in time, or whatever. Inagi Hotomi, I think that's what her name is.
You're saying he isn't possessed?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty. And all is certainly not lost, for I received word not long ago that Lady Yae has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yae? Is that the same Lady Yae that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct. Lady Yae is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yae can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yae?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting.
How are we gonna get all the way up there? That's crazy.
I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
I will gladly join you.
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden Shogun from her.
Okay then. So now they want me to go all the way up there. That's gonna be quite a journey. Let me see something very fast. So I never did get any kind of thing to teleport up there, which is unfortunate. I did set a temporary one like right here before, but you know, I've long since removed that. Okay, so I'm gonna teleport over to the Kamisato estate, and hopefully I can make my way up from there. I should be able to. It's just not going to be easy. Like, even though that seems like a short distance, it's also a pretty long distance as well. What in the world is this thing? Oni Kabuto, huh? Interesting, they're having us collect what you call 'ems. I you know what? I was gonna ignore it, but I'll do it. Where is it at? I didn't want to do this mainly because of oh, look at that. Some more of these. I better collect as many of those as I can, because otherwise I could end up with a situation where I need them, and I'm having to look online for where they're located. Oh, that's weird. Okay. And that may have even led me to a path that I could take up this place. Yeah. I wonder if I can unlock this. Let's go see if I can unlock that very fast. Because if I can, then that'd be, well, I can. But I'll unlock that later. I was not expecting to run into these guys.
Stabilizing or two.
Think you can
It's
get
not a
away?
big deal, though.
Order guide you.
They're gonna die anyways, pretty fast. One of them's already dead. Ah.
Cheap tricks.
Wings of Darkness!
I'm surprised that this guy has this much HP. The other one died pretty fast, all things considered. Whatever, doesn't matter. I always underestimate how much HP these guys have. A little bit annoying. Okay. So, this is the path I want to take. If I am smart about it, I should be able to... It's a little bit difficult to climb up places like this because they're all so weird in how they're designed. I don't know if that hurts you when you get close to it like that or not. Anyways. Another weird item, a Naku weed. Oh. Hey, at least they're allowing us to teleport, like this, kind of. Okay. And activate this for more of them. I definitely like this way of travel more. Because, what? Oh, that was weird. I guess it wasn't expecting me to step on it while it was not fully formed. Oh. I can claim that now. I didn't know that you could claim Sakura blooms when they're like that. That makes sense, what those things are. I've been marking them on the map with these little, mining picks, and now I know what they are. I should have marked the ones that I saw earlier as well, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Oh, I was wondering where it was. There we go. I can claim that too. Cool. It's definitely related to a puzzle of some kind. I'm only going down because I think that there should be a teleporter around here somewhere. At least that's what I thought. Oh well. I guess not. Or it's up this way. One of the two. Searching this place is going to be a pain in the butt. Look at this bird. Didn't run away at all until I got that close. Oh, there's a teleporter. The Grand Narukami Shrine. Mount Yugo, added to the archive. Well, that's cool. And I'm glad that they added a teleporter right here in a spot that's logical. A lot of times I feel like they should add them in places like that, and they don't, so... I'm going to search around here a little bit. This right here is obviously a spot I can add that for. And there's another one, but I'll try to remember that. I can't really add another spot, you know, another mining pick there, because they're too close. Should be a... Oh, I wasn't expecting to find this down here. I was gonna say there should be an Electroculus around here, according to the mini-map, but... Do you think I can find it? No. What? Oh. Okay. And I'll put this here as well. Then that way I can always come back here for those. Now, where am I supposed to go for the story? Okay, I'm supposed to go there now. That's where the Electroculus is. Let's grab that before I go over to the story event. There we go. I think that... No! I was gonna say, I think that Zhongli is a little bit taller. But it doesn't matter if he's taller if I fall off. Okay, there we go. And there's another one. Where is it? Is it like way up in the sky or something? No, I don't see it up in the sky. So it's down below somewhere. I just don't know where yet. Is it in this tree? If it's in this tree, I'd be able to see it by now. But I don't see nothing. Could also be underneath the roof in here. No, I don't see it there either. Okay, never mind. I give up on that. I wish that I could set another pin down. Well, actually, I can. If I set it just right, never mind. Screw it. I hate those pins. Let's get on with the story. I wonder if this is going to be a unique character finally.
Do you think that's Lady Yi? Oh, no wonder Junyo is so excited. She has a really striking presence.
Yeah, that's because she's actually got a unique character model.
Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yi, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yi, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yi, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady Yi, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the Swordmaster is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest Swordmaster in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Ansai.
That's enough.
Where'd he come from?
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, When you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
Well, at least she found out the problem. The Meikyo, yeah.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
I just want to say I didn't have a chance to read that. I don't even know exactly what it said myself. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Yes, it seems as good of a resolution as we can hope for.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
Okay. It's not letting me continue.
I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Huh.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that.
The most mysterious one is still you, Paimon.
We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Okay. Yeah, that's why we were looking for all these people. It was for her. Let me see something very fast. I don't know why I dropped off there, but it's fine. Is there anything... There's another one of these bloom things. Sakura bloom things. Let me see. Can... Oh. The grant... oh, this is the sacred tree or whatever. It's right here. That's interesting. Can you interact with it anyway? This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Paimon wonders if that shrine maiden will get mad. Well, let's, what? What's going on? I pressed square, but... Oh. Oh. If I offer up Electro Sigils, which I don't even know where I've been finding them at, it'll give me, rewards. Let me see. What are the reward offerings? What does level 2 mean? Reach level 17. In Sacred Sakura's favor to unlock a new ability for the Electrograna. Oh, that's interesting. I'm glad I examined this on a whim. Let's offer that. So I still need another 13 to get to the next level, which is level 2, but that's no big deal. And then there's another one of those as well. I wonder if the Sakura Blossoms are related to that in any way. Unfortunately, as far as I can tell, what do you call it? I can't find that one thing that I was looking for. I don't even know what the name of it is now. Where am I going? I'm supposed to be going over here. Apparently there's a Electroculus down below somewhere. It's over here. Yeah, there it is. Wasn't too hard to find. I'm glad that that was easy to find. I may as well remove that marking from the map. I don't want to get confused later on. And there's Kamisato's shrine. I'm gonna get close and then I'm gonna stop. I could have probably teleported there, but it doesn't matter now. I'm already close enough anyways. I mainly glided over here because I wanted to, what do you call it? I wanted to look for any Electroculus that I could find. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. The next time I play, I will be continuing the story in this game. I don't know how much longer the story event is going to last for, but I assume that it's going to be a little bit longer, because it's been going on for quite a bit of time, and I still haven't started this or this, so I've got to be starting those eventually, right? Anyways, thanks again, see you next time, and bye-bye.